your age. Now the center waters, a spoon with the flowers, is adorned with the Mount Meru and four continents, sun and moon. Seeing as a Buddha field by offering this may all being experienced completely pure prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, beseeching, and supplicating. I dedicated whatever slight virtue I have gathered for the complete awakening of all. Sache Pujay Jochem and Doi Tai Veron Chen De Yembai De Sanje Chen Lai Mende Buwaye Drugun Nandai Chen Doi Yevrai Cho Chanze Wadai Chuche Shabada Jesu Yirai Kushe Sowaye Yewai Chungse Daje Chesaba Tamje Sobe Chanjui Chengo Namo No Namo to the Guru, the complete purity of the phenomena existence. I offer phenomena existence arising within the ground. I pray that the three realms of the completely liberated grant blessing that from the depth of samsaras of the rooted. Lord, Vishnu filling crown jewel, knowledge, wisdom. You, the essence of the love, endowed with the kindness. You are the practice and protector of our beings. I supplicate you from within this nature state of the mind. Please bless me within the state of the reality itself. Please bless me to realize this completely pure, primordial, non-rising mind beyond thought as the Dhammakaya. Namo nase nandai je lama lai nase shinshe soi chubai bu kan soi yonzhe do so wan te ko wai don zhui soi jen je lo je ye she non boi su je je ma sai ju me je we do Kembe yeshe nganda de sewe danye kadenje rowa jamze remboche tasinye je ngane kowande chenye je ngando chenje lo sendene jeme nanda je Londe chugo dobre chinge lo. Umichi chinge potando, dusun sanje kunje ngwanye, rasa chukur ngoson ton zaba, zaba lama nalango cha tse, tabye doje shajere zadron, chinge mendo doje ponjo ba, seje lombo dabo jebe Shajetsu de language Jemewa doje jengo do mande jengo boche dawa tanje seba kunje juje nyamente gun renjen guja taso senje tanje jelo choso dowa jinje lapto so cholando lowa jinje lapto so nantrobo sawa jinje lapto so troba yishe so jawa jinje lapto Neji de Panda Laman Sola Jepso Joe, Jason Jalhada Laman Sola Jepso Joe, Nasa Panda Laman Sola Jepso Joe, Tobeta to watch in Jelaptos, Tojishan to watch in Jelaptos. The Zedunda Damba Jinjelaptos, Chaja Jember Chojang, Mondo Sendinela Doba Jinjelaptos, Sanja Punda Sawa Lamala, Kusungoba Chamber Chaza. The Menelo Ramashibata, Sedan Droba Nyamba Jinjelo. Good morning.
Доброе утро.
So we are continuing in the Vajrayogini's
Продолжаем садхану Ваджраварахи, короткую.
concise one. Yeah. basically, when it comes to the deity yoga, it's divided into kind of like all practice is same as divided into three, preliminary, actual practice, and
все практики
conclusion.
обычно делятся на три
Preliminary
части.
is
Предварительные практики.
Первая
часть.
Divided into
предварительные практики делятся главным образом в этой садхане, например, в частности.
We see is a preliminary as a common preliminary such as a refuge.
Есть общие предварительные практики, такие как прибежище бодхичитта,
uncommon preliminary practice
и
as a wheel of protection.
дополнительные это установление колеса защиты,
practice as a guru yoga,
также
vajrasattva,
гуру-йога, очищение ваджрасаттвы.
I mean, Guru Yoga as a blessing and Vajrasattva as a purification.
Гуру-йога это как благословение, очищение ваджрасаттвы это очищение.
Which is through our ritual ourselves we can receive the empowerment. Those are not necessarily in this text, but also those are part of the preliminary practice.
Садханы мы получаем благословение.
So even it's not there. Literally, but meaning is always there, like through this practice,
И смысл таков, что благодаря этой практике и медитации на пустоте мы очищаем негативную карму. Сущность практики ваджрасаттвы как раз вот очищение кармы. Когда принимаем прибежище и визуализируем божество, мы представляем перед собой божество, неотделимое от нашего коренного учителя. Мы приглашаем мудрость, которая растворяется в нас, и мы становимся нераздельными.
Even literally, word of those preliminary is not there, but is there. There's, I think, Russian translation. Did you see? Okay.
Итак, предварительные практики, они вплетены вот в эту садхану.
So those preliminary is always there. Okay. Then actually practice is divided into two, generation stage and completion stage.
Главная практика делится на две части: стадия зарождения, стадия завершения.
Deities, is a kind of same, except the name changing and appearing of the deities, like each one have their own different.
Садханы отличаются обычно божеством, его изображением, все, что с этим связано.
Four Vajra generation stage, 5 enlightenment generation stage, 3 ritual generation stage, and
стадии зарождения, стадии завершения, они по сути одинаковые во всех садханах.
Or can say purification of our 4 type of birth from the womb, birth from the egg,
и используется противоядие от рождения, как вчера мы говорили, 4 вида рождения из
once purify those birth, then we no longer need born in the samsara. So once we're not born in the samsara, then that means that we liberated from the samsara. So that way,
если мы не рождаемся в сансара, то мы освобождаемся от нее.
Doesn't matter which practice we do.
Неважно, какую практику вы делаете. Вчера я упоминал,
nirvana. How to reach that
nirvana, or what is
nirvana?
Что такое нирвана?
Non-duality state.
Мы называем это недвойственное состояние. Когда вы достигаете недвойственного состояния, то вы свободны от всякой концептуальности, от всякой концептуальной мысли. И на вас не действует карма. И вы уже больше не беспокоитесь о страдании. У вас не будет страдания. Если кто-то захочет вам навредить, то они не смогут вам это сделать, потому что у вас нет кармы для этого.
Like one Buddha that thorn stick coming to the Buddha, no matter where Buddha walk, it still appear in front of him. stick, that thorn. Yeah, thorn.
И
So
когда
Buddha couldn't run away. Even he went to 33 guard room, a stick appeared in front of you. Then some point Buddha said he have to accept. Okay, this is my revenue of the karma. He step on it. So
говорит, где
if you
бы ни
have the
появлялся
karma, no matter where you
перед
run,
Буддой
it will come with you. Your trouble come with you.
острый шип,
So if you
он
don't have a
никогда не
karma
наступит
that
на
you
него,
not
потому что
created,
у Будды
and
нет
then
кармы
even
для
you
этого.
stay in the war zone, like a weapon or anything not going to harm you. Like even people survive from the really bad condition, environment or nature
Вы знаете,
desire,
что
or
есть люди, которые, как говорится, выживают в нашем мире.
Disasters. So that
И
is mean that they don't
особенно
have
после
the karma to die
всяких
there. So they survive from this kind of environment, this kind of condition.
землетрясений
So
и
as
других
long as we not created the
природных
karma,
катаклизмов.
we don't have to worry about the suffering. So this reason how to
такова у них карма.
eliminate our negative karma is we have to work with the negative emotions, because
И
without the
чтобы избавиться от кармы, нам нужно работать с негативными
we cannot
эмоциями.
stop physically and mentally, physically and verbally making negative karma.
Но мы накапливаем негативную карму посредством нашего тела, речи, ума. Вы должны защищать источник.
And eventually it come on you. But if you protect from the source, then you don't have to worry about the water problem.
Если вы перекроете источник, то из него не будет воды, то из него не будет вытекать вода.
Action is a reaction of that emotion.
Действие — это реакция на эмоции.
So that is how to work with that emotion.
Вот как работать с эмоциями.
When mind is stay on the state of the non-duality, you will.
И когда находитесь в недвойственном состоянии, то вы под корень подрубаете карму.
If you meditate on the loving kindness, compassion, the loving kindness, compassion meditation cannot eliminate your root of the samsara.
Любящая доброта, она не может устранить корень кармы.
Still they have conceptual thought. So
все равно остаются концептуальные мысли. Не устранив концептуальные мысли, вы не можете устранить корень сансары. Так говорят о пустотности.
So this reason, if you see the Panjana Paramidas, her title is called the mother of the all
мать всех просветленных существ, всех Будд.
So why is Panjana Paramita is called the mother? Because
почему ее называют матерью всех Будд?
Different type of enlightenment. What that means is anyone who become enlightenment have to practice that wisdom.
Почему все, кто достиг состояния просветления, они обладают и обрели недвойственность,
give a birth of liberation through the practice of or through the meditation of the Panjana Paramita. So yesterday I mentioned,
они прошли через практику недвойственности, практику упражнения парамиты.
100 million eons moral ethic and long period time.
Как я вчера говорил, если вы будете практиковать 100 тысяч лет нравственность, и у вас есть вера в учение Будды,
excellent, extreme. I think excellent. Yanta Nikita. This is I think excellent boundary which is excellent boundary, is talking about the meditation on the emptiness, right view. Yeah. So without that right view,
И без
you cannot consider it as
правильного
you are
зрения
follower of the Buddhism.
вы не
So
можете
that way,
следовать
I think in the
буддизму.
Buddhism, most important is the
Я думаю, что в
wisdom.
буддизме
When
самое
compared to
важное — это
those three
мудрость.
trainings, training of the morality, training of the samadhi, training
Из
of the wisdom.
из
Most
трех
important is the wisdom.
нравственности,
But without the support of the morality and
мудрости
samadhi, cannot
и
reach to
самадхи,
the state of the wisdom.
мудрость самое
Make sense?
главное.
But main antidote of the samsara is the wisdom.
И самое главное противоядие сансары — это мудрость.
So how to reach that state of the non-duality is like practice like this.
Достичь состояния недвойственности
union
ума.
with the generation stage and the completion stage. So how to meditate on the union of the generation
Мы
stage,
объединяем стадию зарождения, стадию завершения. Мы визуализируем
transform into the deity. We meditate on the empty nature.
Перед тем, как преобразиться в божество, мы медитируем на пустотность.
We transform to the deity. So,
и с пустой природой ума мы преображаемся в божество.
What called? Sorry. Yeah, there's a page 18 said, the practice used to be style called the 4 Vajras. So what is the 4 Vajras? Is a meditation on the emptiness, meditation on the seed syllable, meditation on the complete body, meditation on the blessing and the mantra. So we already talked yesterday about the meditation on the emptiness with the 3 mantras.
4 медитации. Медитация на пустотность, медитация на коренной слог, медитация на совершенное тело и медитация на установление мантры.
To the empty nature state, the nature of a pure nature. So that is the first one. Then meditation on the seed syllable is a
первая медитация на пустотность, вторая медитация на коренной слог. Мы медитируем на лунный диск, на солнечный диск.
Yeah, the page 28 said syllable R transform into the full moon, syllable Ram transform into the sun, sit. Oh, maybe here, sorry. On the Damodaya is a vast immense on the center is a syllable palm transformed to the multicolored lotus, and the syllable R transformed to the full moon, syllable Ram transformed to the sun set, and above which lay human corpse. Above that is a nature of a mind as a red syllable Vam, blazing with a light and transform into the tiku knife in the Vajra handle, adorned center with a syllable Vam. So this is called the meditation on the seed syllable. Yeah, that seed syllable is also inseparable of your own awareness. You know, your own awareness as a
Ваше самосознавание это заключается в концентрации на семенном слоге. Это может быть Ваджрайогини, Ваджрварахи.
We already talked about some past. So she has one face and
мы
3
уже говорили,
eyes,
что она имеет одно лицо.
Actually, she have 3 type of expressions.
3 глаза.
Expression,
у нее 3 выражения лица: гневное, сострадательное и мирное.
You know, evil beings she as a wrathful, and you know, like Chakrasambhavara as her consort, she as a patient.
У Чакрасамвары, у супруги Чакрасамвары,
she as a compassion. I think this is really true.
Сострадательное выражение
Some people
лица.
couldn't look at the Dalai Lama. I heard that.
Я слышал, что некоторые люди видят в Далай-ламе не человеческое существо.
Then when later everything's calmed down, and some of those parents took them to the Jogan Cathedral, and they couldn't look at the Joe, even couldn't see the Joe's face. So it's and we always say that all the appearance is a mental projections.
Мы говорим, что все проявления мандалы это защитники.
You will see she as a wrathful. Yeah.
И часто защитников изображают гневным обликом.
And she express, you see the expression of the passion. But if you devoted to the Dharma, you see her as a compassion.
Если вы последователи дхармы, то вы видите, вы должны представлять это как изображение божества, как сострадательное выражение лица. Гневное выражение божества выражает сострадание. Все божества, которые проявляются как в гневной форме, они выражают тем самым свое сострадание. Когда вы практикуете, вам если вам следует развивать сострадание, то вам нужно использовать практику гневного божества.
It's called the devil's advocate. Yeah. So deity must always be compassion.
И божества должны всегда быть сострадательны. Неважно, как они проявляются.
All those expression. Yeah. Have to see by one person all of those. I don't know. Make sense? I don't know, but some people saying is you have to see those all her face. I don't think so, because that appearance of the heart expression is, so evil one see as a wrathful, like Jagar Sambhavara see as a passion, and devoted to the Dharma see as a compassion.
И некоторые в Чакрасамваре видят сострадательный взгляд, а другие видят страдание, страстное.
So she have 4 things, and this meaning of those are come later in the beauty, the meaning of the beauty. So, and she had a behind Vajrayogini have a sow. A sow is a female or male? Yeah. Okay. And we'll talk about that later. I have a crown of the 5 dry skull. My hair is unbound, and I wear the necklet and 51 skull and the 50 type of a symbolic bone ornament. 5 type of symbolic bone. Sorry. So she is wearing the 51, I think, fresh skull. Yeah, fresh. And 5
Ваджрайогини мы видим изображены ожерелья из 50 одного черепа.
Yeah, and peaceful see the jewel. But either way, the 5 is symbolized as adorned with the 5 Buddha family. Those either way is you see as a skull or a jewel.
На голове корона с 5 черепами, которая означает 5 тхьяни Будд, 5 Будда семейств.
So, like we have a lot of the family who holding the wheel of samsara. They shouldn't have those 5 skulls. It's a mistake. shouldn't have the 5 skull.
Yes, you said that.
Yeah.
Так должно быть 5
because this is not
черепов.
really deities. It's just expression of the death as a
Это выражение.
manifest as a form of a body, someone, you know. It's not really some spirit or anything. So it shouldn't have the 5 skull, because 5 skull is a symbol of the enlightened beings.
Просветленных существ.
When we read the Tibetan, there's 2 things that I think are mistranslated in the text. One is, we just hit on it, it's the 51 freshly severed skulls. And it doesn't translate that. It just says 51 skulls. And the second is the hair. It's half bound, half loose, but the translation says her hair is loose. And it changes further in the text towards the end. So I would appreciate it if we could look at the Tibetan to speak later on.
Okay. I will try to compare from here. I have a Tibetan from the. Okay. Nanda is Fajano Mungo to Tabaka Ujen Tato, Tabangan user Chiki to shed on rebate. It's in the Tibetan, it didn't say half bound, half. It's also said loose.
Okay, because later in the text it says.
It's just it's just a commentary. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's just the beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, so this meaning is come later, so I'm not going to spend too much time on here.
Не буду останавливаться более подробно на этом.
With my right hand is a
моей правой руке описание Ваджрайогини.
Curved Дрикунг knife, and my left hold a skull cup, blood of my heart, with the inner cup of my left arm, I hold of the katanga. So
и также в левой руке около локтя держит катвангу, символ гуру Падмасамбхавы. Она выглядит 16-летней девушкой.
With my right leg drawn in my left leg extended, and expanse of the 3 realm of
правая нога согнута, левая вытянута.
Of the self emanated mass of a blazing fire, visualizing this. So this is how we visualizing the.
Здесь идет по тексту: превращая 3 сферы пространства, где я танцую, я пребываю в центре излучающегося из меня массы пылающего огня.
I'm not sure we need to go to too detail on this. Then that is the third generation stage, and fourth one is said.
Третье было стадия зарождения. Четвертое.
Meditation on the placing of the syllable.
Медитация на.
So meditation on the placing of the syllable is called the armor.
На месте слога.
So why we have to meditate on this is that there's 4 reasons.
Еще называется
to make your samadhi more stable by reducing the distractions by this meditation of the armor. You know, do one, that one. 2, to reduce outer and inner obstacle to they will not cause harm. 3, to help you realize the profound meaning. And 4 is a transform your skanda, aggregate, ayatana, sense of the
трансформирование вашей дхату.
So this is our 5 aggregator, 18 dhatu,
4 агрегатов, 5 агрегатов.
Transform to the deities.
И
now here, according to the Sambarotaya, it's a Chakasambhavara Tantra. In the what say is a mantra is the form of the yogini. The yogini herself is also the form of the mantra. If anyone wishes to be the supreme siddhi or accomplishment, do not separate this. So this is from the Chakasambhavara Tantra. You know, we visualize it as a mantra.
Визуализируем мантру.
Deity. In the Vajrayana, this is not just only this will what called the armor. mantra. It's all the deities. It's like a
важные доспехи — это и есть божества.
And all the syllable, these are inseparable of the deity. Deity as a manifest as a form as a manifest as a deity. This reason.
Божества проявляются как форма проявляется как божество.
Those are inseparable. Deity, mantra, great bliss, inseparable. That way, you see speech as a sambhogakaya. Speech is a syllable, word.
Речь
The word is a inseparable of the deity. That way, we always say that body is a nirmanakaya, speech is a
sambhogakaya. Мы говорим, что тело нирманакая, речь самбхогакая, ум дharmakaya.
Form body. So that is also speech mean the syllable.
Речь.
Yeah. So that way in the deity sometimes manifests as a form of a syllable, sometimes manifests as a form of a body.
Проявляются в форме слога.
Form is the syllable, syllable is the form. Even from the syllable to transform to the form, it's nothing change. It's just appearance change. So this reason, Чакрасамбхава Тантра said, you cannot separate those two. Anyone who wishing to
говорится, что вы не можете быть делены от этих двух.
Shouldn't separate these two. So here's the visualize the syllable inseparable from the surrounding yogini. From this, you may visualize this is either a syllable or yogini. So this is you can if you are difficulty to visualizing as a yogini, then just meditate on the syllable.
Если вам трудно визуализировать себя как йогини, визуализируйте просто слог.
Okay, so here said, at my head, Bam transform into the
на моей голове бам трансформируется в ваджраварахи, сердце трансформируется на голубое ямни, из горла Шри преобразуется в Мохани, на голове Шри преобразуется
transform into the green Samadasini, and my limbs pet transform to the Chandika, smoggy in color. If you can visualize this syllable being placed within the red Vajrayogini, that could be wonderful. If not,
в моем лбу хрим-хрим превращается в желтую самчалини, на моей макушке хум-хум превращается в зеленую самтрансини, во всех моих конечностях пхет-пхет превращается в чандику дымчатого цвета. И на пупке Бам превращается в красную ваджраварахи. Пет-пет это конечности, хум-хум макушка, горло шрим-хум.
1, 2,
так,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is called the 8 joint. This is limb mean that one, the joint. So and
8 суставов.
Limb plays a syllable as the 8 great joint. The 2 shoulder, elbow, hip, and knees. The syllable are all placed between the skin and flesh. They must be inside the skin. Between skin and flesh, they are placed, not outside on the top of the skin. The 2 syllables are facing each other. If you visualize it, just syllable, those syllables are facing each other. Okay.
Эти слоги, они противостоят друг другу.
Thumb size. Each syllable radiating the web of the light that cover the entire body. So basically, when you look those syllables, each one have their own radiating light. The radiating light, it becomes like a web. So basically, it's cover whole your body with a web of light from the syllable. So that way it's called the armor. Protecting your body from that armor.
Свет, он распространяется вокруг и становится как бы защитой.
Depiction of this page 11 of the text. If you, this is too difficult to visualize with a white arm your forehead, red R at your throat, and blue Hun at your heart. So this is also a blessing by the three Vajras. Vajra body at the forehead, white Om, Vajra speech at the throat, red R, Vajra mind at the heart, blue Hun. So if you cannot visualize in this all detailed mantra of the
Если вы не можете визуализировать в деталях мантру,
then
то
you can just visualize as a
вы просто визуализируете три слога.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Each one, I think, should be each own color. And also another one is some text said it's a standing. Some text saying it's a hablo sitting.
В некоторых текстах говорится, что Ваджрайогини стоит, в других сидит.
You know, Vajravarahi is standing. Should be standing every one of them. But some text said sitting. So I think maybe not doesn't matter which way.
Я думаю, что неважно, стоит она или сидит как Тара или стоит как Ваджраварахи.
Most important is a mantra or a deity, whatever you're visualizing, they manifest in the wisdom light. The light become a web around your body.
Излучает свет, который защищает божество.
Yeah.
The wave of light covers our whole body.
Yeah.
Are they layered? I know you said they're inside the skin. They're underneath the surface, right?
Yeah, it's just inside the light is.
Okay, and there's different syllables with different colors.
Yeah. And the light should be its own syllable color. Yeah.
So
и свет, он такой же, как и цвет слогов.
I think they just connect to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. What is in the page 11? Oh, that picture. So in this image, what we have as a, I'm not saying is that's accurate, but some tradition, so in that image said,
изображение на странице 11 Садханы на английском языке.
The image in there said, looks all sitting, but and in the text itself said they
изображены
all same as
даки не сидящие.
Identical to the
позе
it means the standing.
сидения.
So I asked some of my guru, they said, I think some say sitting, some say standing.
Спрашивал своего гуру, он ответил, что некоторые стоят, изображают в позе стоя, некоторых изображают в положении сидя.
So this, so now it's a so many the wisdom deity and receiving the blessings. So within the sacred place of the yogini, there's a red Dhammadaya adorned with the center with the syllable free. So this sacred place is, I think, basically it's maybe like a between the navel and sacred, that area. That's kind of, because at one point it said at the navel. You know, so I think this is just between that area, sacred place. Mean light emanate from this, and Victoria, one of the 10 direction, together their retinue are inviting the assembly of the space before me in the front of the Vajrayogini Vajrasamazas. So all the enlightened beings invite wisdom being as a form of the Vajravarahi. This is a wisdom being when inviting any deity you practicing
победоносные всех направлений, 10 направлений вместе с их окружением, свитой, приглашаются в пространство передо мной в форме Ваджрайогини.
Inviting from you, but form of herself, Vajrayogini. Okay. So this Vajra Samanza. Vajra Samanza is a
Vajra Samanza. Выражение.
Commandment hook, which is the commandment hook to bring to the wisdom being, and that hook also you can visualize as a goddess holding the hook, you know, like fishing.
Притягивающий мудрость.
И
крючок, подобно крючку, которым ловят рыбу.
Deities, you know, here, like they have sometimes a cross with the bone ornament on that cross, and bring it toward to you. So you can add some mantra Zahum Bamho.
Дальше можете добавить мантру Дзахум Бамхо.
So here only Za is because only inviting right now.
Здесь только Дза, потому что означает только приглашение.
Necessarily have to say all Zahum Bamho.
Нет необходимости произносить всю мантру Дзахум Бамхо. Здесь вы только приглашаете, поэтому произносите Дза.
It's not deserving to you yet. Why? Because you have to receive the blessings.
Вам нужно получить благословение. Вы приглашаете божеств напротив вас.
Fathomless enlightened body of the yogini emanate from their enlightened body and dissolve into my crown, generating bliss and power in my body. Red vow and
просветленные тела йогини проявляются из просветленных тел. Они растворяются в моей короне, порождают блаженство и силу в моем теле. Красные гласные и согласные излучают из себя, из просветленной речи и растворяются в моем горле, порождая силу и в моей речи.
Form manifests many different sides of a form body, identical the Vajrayogini body, but count.
Так проявляется множество просветленных тел.
Third eye, direct to the central, is called the crown chakra. The crown chakra is a body. Why? Because our essence of the body is a white bindu. White bindu is located on the
на которой находится белый бинду. И когда мы говорим о теле, то мы представляем в этой чакре ом, белый ом.
Because it's direct in this area, this location. And the inside of the crown chakra is called the white bindu. That white bindu,
белое бинду,
the Tumo meditation with the form of a hung syllable and melting down. So it's all the body, essence of the body is that white bindu.
Сущность
so that way, when we say the body,
тела, когда говорим о теле, то мы помещаем просветленные тела божеств, находятся в головной чакре.
Speech here is said vow and
по поводу
consonant.
речи.
Also You can including the Vajravarahi as a mantra, Jagasambhavara as a mantra.
Все мантры Чакрасамвары, Ваджраварахи
And form of a speech as a form of a mantra and
это
dissolve to your
форма,
throat, because our speech is produced from the throat. That way
форма
speech means the
речи.
throat. Then of course mind as a heart is the
тело,
home of the mind. So
речь соответствует горло.
here said nectar of
Для
bodhicitta. Also you can including
в теле
the hand
соответствует
implement,
сердечный
like
центр.
a Vajravarahi's hand implement is a hook knife and a skull cup. Those are symbolizing also wisdom mind of the deity. So those dissolve to you. When those dissolve to you, then you receive all the enlightened blessing of the body, speech,
И когда растворяются божество, три слога божества,
cultivating
получаете
the generation stage,
благословение
visualization
тела,
of some,
речи, ума.
as much as possible. So here you have to take time to this until it become. If you're doing the 4th session of the practice,
Если вы делаете
maybe 4th
4
session is
сессии
mostly
практики,
emphasizing on the meditation on the emptiness.
и вначале мы
Second session is mainly emphasizing on the
лучше
meditation
всего
on the
первую
deity's
сессию
form.
мы
And
концентрируемся
third
на
session is mainly
пустотности.
emphasizing on the recitation of the mantra.
На
And the fourth
второй
session is mainly emphasizing on the dissolution.
во второй сессии лучше
You can do, because sometimes we only
осуществлять стадию порождения, в третьей сессии концентрироваться на начитывании мантры, и четвертая стадия завершения.
My enlightened body is symbolizing as a one. Okay, now there's a fourth called pure recollection. You know, we talk about the characteristic.
Так, четвертое чистое воспоминание.
Purity. So second one, pure clarity is what we're visualizing. Purity as now we have to recognize the meaning of those appearance, because as I mentioned this,
вспоминаем смысл проявления нашего.
Ordinary people wearing the jewel and the cloth, it's just a decoration. It's nothing have to do with their
обычные
personal.
люди носят одежду и украшения, просто украшения.
All the jewelry is nothing show up who you are. Make sense? Except few jewelry, like people who win the Super Bowl, they win the Super Bowl ring. You know, this is
украшениями люди показывают, насколько они богаты.
It's not your inner quality.
Но не говорят о ваших внутренних качествах. Когда божество проявляется в разных обликах, цветах, то тем самым это несет информацию о внутренних качествах. Таков смысл.
Too much human body, humans. So the enlightened body symbolizes the one taste of all the meaningful phenomena. Manifold phenomena. Inseparable, the essential nature is the expression of the complete non-duality. She appearing red in color, pure meaning of the which is symbolized as a great bliss of the primordial wisdom. She has the youthful appearance of the 16-year-old, which is symbolized as the 16th type of joy. There's a 4 joy. Each joy have a 4 different type of subdivision. So that way it's become a 16 joy.
И каждая из них имеет 4 подразделения, поэтому все вместе 16 проявлений радости.
maybe I wrote somewhere the 16th joy, but maybe we'll find later. Means wrathful and passionate expression on my mind face, symbolizing as a pacification of the affliction in the expense, and the sow head behind my ear, symbolizing the unchanging dharmakaya. So, what is the what called the this what called the expression as a symbolize as a pacification of the affliction in the expense. Yeah, into the nature. Peace by into the space, or eliminating as a space, or kind of like a bring into the nature state. The space is talking about the nature state. So then the sow head is behind my ear, symbolizing as a unchanging dharmakaya. In the according to Tibetan,
голова свиньи за ухом символизирует неизменную дharmakаю.
We said sow head as a dharmakaya. With reason is because a pig have no conceptual of
Почему свинья? Потому что не имеет концепции.
This is good, this is not good. This is edible,
Нет
this is not
понимания
edible.
хорошего,
I think
плохое.
one of the animal who have a less conceptual on the less picky on the food is the pig. Pig will eat anything.
Свинья
But
ест
other animal
все
they
что
don't
угодно,
have like that.
всеядно.
They're really picky, you know. So that way we saying is a like a free from conceptual symbol of a
Поэтому
free
мы
from
говорим
conceptual of
о
a duality
свободной
of good and bad, that
концептуальности,
kind of. So that is similar to pig.
хорошего или плохое.
So
Подобно свинье. Поэтому здесь идет сравнение с
there's a
свиньей.
one not related to the Buddhism, Greek mythology, yeah.
Это не относится к буддизму. В греческой мифологии они верили, что женщины, женские дикая свинья.
So that's also related here.
Причем разделение было женского рода свинья и мужского рода.
But in the Tibetan, why we say is a pig as a symbol of the Dharma Dhatu, because pig is free from that
мужского рода, получается, кабан символизирует Дharmadhatu.
edible, good or bad. Make sense? So these two, her expression and sow pig become. These two are completely free from the conceptual thought. He has one face and the sow head appearance and the Dharmakaya. This section can also be understood as a representing the method of a relative truth, a main face, and wisdom of absolute truth as a sow head.
Главное лицо выражает абсолютную истину.
The wrathful and passionate. So that is related.
Изображается гневное, страдательное выражение лица.
And sow as an absolute truth. So that is the meaning of the text.
Такой смысл в тексте.
You see that from the beginning to text name is called the.
Название текста, как мы помним.
The generation stage, liberation instruction of the Bhagavan Vajrayogini with the face of true truth. So what is the face of true truth? The main face as a symbolizing as a relative truth, and sow face symbolizing as absolute truth.
Относительная истина, абсолютная истина.
Have my hair bound and have a flow flowing loosely
Часть моих
down
волос
on my
связана, а часть
back,
свободно не спадает на
symbolizing
спину,
the bosom
символизируя
of the permanent
процветание
wisdom into
изначальной
the
мудрости в
expanse of working for
пространстве
the purpose of sentient
на
being.
благо живых
So
существ.
this means that half bound is free from samsara, half loose is continually benefiting
Часть
sentient beings.
волос связана,
My
значит,
three eyes
свободно от
symbolize as
сансары.
Knowing the three times, past, present, future, all knowingness. So that means that she have a wisdom of all knowingness. My four bare fangs symbolize as a serve for four mara of the root. So therefore mara, there's two kind
И
of
мои
four
4
maras.
оскаленных клыка
One is
символизируют
normally we
отсечение
talk
на
about
корню
the
4 мар.
common sutra teaching talk about the
Как
mara of the aggregate, mara of the afflicted
в
emotion,
сутрах
mara of the son
говорится,
of the
мара
god, and mara of the death.
называется 4 видов.
Also, like Hevajatandra, for mara as a Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu,
Брахма, Шива, Вишну,
and Indra.
Индра. Это
Why is
называется
these are four maras? Because
4 мары.
they are the most powerful worldly
Они
beings. Brahma
самые...
is the most powerful in the form realm.
Брахма
And Indra
самый
is the
сильный
most powerful in the desire realm. And
в
God
мире
realm,
без
desire realm,
форм.
God realm. And Vishnu is the
Индра
most powerful
самый
in the
сильный в мире форм.
demigod realm. And Shiva is the most powerful in the
Шива
human
самый
realm.
сильный в
So
человеческом мире.
by overpowering those most powerful, like if you look the Hevajar Tantra, you see the Hevajar is sitting on those four beings. Because when world is overpowered by the evil beings, and the Buddha manifests as wrathful to overpower them, to controlling from the being evil. So that way, similarly, this also for the her fame as a symbolizing as a serving as a four maras at the root.
Так, поэтому изображаются 4 клыка, 4 мары. Мои 2 руки символизируют союз метода мудрости, нож Дигук. Мои правые руки символизируют блистательное превосходство над злонамеренными существами. Чаша из черепа с кровью в моей левой руке символизирует вкушение пищи неконцептуальности. Так, правой руке Дигук означает метод, чаша с черепом мудрости. Катванга символизирует скрытого супруга Хируки.
So this, you see, basically they all show as a wisdom and method union. Yeah.
Здесь говорится здесь говорит о союзе метода и мудрости.
So wisdom need support of the method need support of the wisdom.
Требует поддержку метода, метод требует поддержку мудрости.
But you don't know the skill.
У вас есть много идей, но нет способностей. У других есть много способностей, но нет мудрости. Кто-то бывает, кто-то умный, но нет сострадания. У кого-то есть большое сострадание, но нет метода. Я имею в виду мудрости.
By sensing all the suffering, but you have no method to how to eliminate that suffering from there.
И много кто страдает, но у них нет метода избавления от страданий.
All the deities always be show the basically union.
Все божества означают единство метода и мудрости.
Now she is holding the skull cup. Said, being held in the left hand, symbolizing from freedom from the attachment, as a full of a blood, which is symbolizing as the end of the samsara, cutting out all the secular existence. So this is like a
предел
all the secular existence. So this all the sentient beings' blood is took away. So that way they no longer have a continuum in the samsara. Это означает, что кровь, чья кровь? Кровь всех живых существ,
которые
external
освобождены.
white color is a great bliss of the method, and internal red color is the wisdom of the emptiness. Skull's forehead is pointed toward to oneself, indicating the accomplishment of the common and uncommon CD. So when you put in the skull cup, always put the forehead as a toward to you. Okay, if you put it on the front of the mandala, always it be front should be that just facing to you when you put it that's the front. So also because even you see it on the any direction, but when you're visualizing, you have to visualize it on the front of the mandala. Make sense? Even you see it on the side of the mandala, it doesn't matter. You have to put that skull cup facing to the out from the mandala. So that means that you see it from the why? Because through that forehead, it's symbolizing as a receiving the common and uncommon CD. Common CD means the long life, you know,
черепа в короне, они направлены вовне.
Wealth, long life, health, and all those called the common CD. Yeah. Then uncommon CD means the super mundane CD, which is the
Есть
realization of the
обычные ситхи и необычные ситхи.
So that these two are called the common CD and uncommon CD. Back of the head facing away, indicating the sentient being are being liberated by the four way of gathering disciples. Four way of gathering disciples mean the giving what's need, speaking nicely, I think name in Tibet we use a kapala. Representative of the Dharmakaya, Pa representative of the Sambhogakaya, and the La representative of the Nirmanakaya. By receiving nectar from the skull cup, the mind is filled with the undefiled great bliss. So that's the reason why we use in the skull cup for the high yoga tantric practice like Jagasambhara, Vajrayogini, those it's necessary. Now, Kadanga, she's holding the Kadanga. Kadanga means the stick.
Держит катванга, это
bunch
шест.
of things. It is called the representative of the consort of Jagasambhara.
Означает,
This is a full
представляет
Jagasambhara mandala
супруга
is in the
Чакрасамвары.
Kadanga. You look this. Entire mandala of the consort himself is like a blue Vajra. In the top of her Kadanga, there should be one blue Vajra.
И на вершине катванги вы видите голубой ваджра.
Underneath that, three skull from top to bottom, they are dry, medium, and fresh to indicate three kayas.
Полувысохшие и свежие означает три кая.
Moving downward, next is a cross vajra. After the three skull, there's a cross vajra. You can see the three skull here.
Ниже трех черепов скрещенная ваджра, двойная ваджра.
Four color, moving on. Four color standing upright, white in the east, yellow in the south, red in the west, green in the north. This symbolizes the four enlightened activity: pacifying, increasing, subduing, or magnetizing. What is subduing?
Подчиняющий.
Taming. Yeah, so destroying is the same, yeah? There's a difference. So what is different between the subduing and magnetizing?
Putting a leash on in a way.
Okay.
Subduing, you're putting a leash on, and you're really destroying. You're really like destroying the bits.
So basically, this is 4 enlightened activities: pacifying, magnetizing, increasing, magnetizing, and subduing or destroying. It's a kind of like basically taking over. So is as a white color. If you see the Vajra cross the Vajra, is should be white color. That's symbolized as a pacifying. South is the gold color as a increasing, and the north should be red color and the magnetizing. And west is a red color. Sorry, magnetizing, and north is a green color as a subduing or destroying, wrathful. So these 4 symbolize as a 4 enlightened activities from that 4 Vajra color. The center of the double Vajra is a blue. Under that is the vase full of nectar, which is the bodhicitta of the father and mother of the symbolizing as their bodhicitta is not lost. Beneath the vase are the 5 color ribbon for that the guinea of the 5 family. So there's a 5 family. Each family have a color. According to the new tantra,
отца и матери и символизирует и бодхичитту.
White color, and east is a blue, south is a yellow, north is a, and the west is in red, and the north is a
Позади вазы
this is a 5 dakinis.
5-цветные
5 color ribbon as a dakini of the 5 family. Small
дакини
musical
5
instruments
семейств.
such as a damaru and a bell are the affixed throughout the
маленькие музыкальные инструменты, такие как дамару и
throughout
колокольчик.
the ribbon show that the 3 places underground, the ground, and the air of the draga and dakini are under power by the practitioner. So basically, in the Jagasambhara, Lhasa said there's 3 places underground, the ground, and above in the space, in the air. So those all is overpowered by the Jagasambhara. And there's 3 type of dakinis. Some dakini beneath the earth, some dakini live on the earth, some live on the air. You know, so those all. This is it.
Каким образом населяют подземный мир, землю и
Daga and dakini are under the power of this
пространство.
practitioner. I mean, basically those are called worldly beings who manifest a form of dakini. They are under power. The step itself is made of the water wood. It's white in color. It's a chakra-sambhava, it's a nectar of a bodhicitta. On the bottom half of Vajra pointed down against showing that the bodhicitta is not a loss. This description is according to His Eminence Singdar of the Дрикунг Кагью, one of the Дрикунг Кагю's master. His Ваджрайогини commentary.
Так описано в комментарии Ваджрайогини одного Дрикунг Кагью мастера.
What is why we call the Katanga as a symbolized as a Hiruka?
Почему мы называем Катвангу символом Хируки?
Katanga have a complete mandala of the Jagasambhara. So I thought maybe put here is really useful because I never saw this before, somebody describing this detail. My crown ornament of the 5 dry skull with the nature of the 5 family symbolizing as the purity of the 5 poisons. And I wrote here list of the 5 poisons. So what is the 5 families? Head of the family, Buddha Bhairocana as a drum syllable, and Buddha Bhairocana is a purity of the ignorance. Buddha Rana Sambhava, syllable, and Buddha Rana Sambhava is a purity of the aversions. Buddha Amitabha, Sri syllable, Amitabha is a purity of the jealousy. Buddha among the cities, syllable, then there is a purity of the attachment, and Buddha Akshobhya as a syllable, a purity of the greed. So this is symbolized as
представляет
this 5 crown ornament. Remember, I said 5 crown are
Отвращение, Будда Митабха, слог Хри, зависть, Будда Амагасидхи, слог Хо, привязанность, Будда Акшопхья, Хум,
My
жадность.
neglect of the 51 skull symbolizes as a beauty of the 51 type of a mental formation. So if you want to read the detail, as I put the list in the bottom of the
Ожерелье из 51 черепа символизирует чистоту 51 типа ментальных активностей.
Skull in the neglect are the freshly cut, unlike the dry one on the crown ornament. Apprehends contents is a list of the 51 mental formation of your formations. My 5 symbolic bone ornament symbolizes
подобно
the
тем,
6
которые
paramitas.
сухие в короне, украшении короны.
5 bone ornaments. First one is called the crown decoration. It's not talking about the dry skull cup. Crown decoration is this Vajrayogini is really different. It's called the wheel of chakra. The 8 spoking laying flat on her head. 5 of the spoking are the 5 pointed supporting of the 5 dry skull. Her loose hair come out through the 3 spoking of the back of the wheel. This ornament representative of the her perfection of perseverance. So wheel as a perfection.
Так идет украшение короны, есть колесо, чакра с 8 спицами,
represented her perfection of the moral ethic. The necklace. Necklace as a representative of the her perfection of the generosity. Earring represented her perfection of the patience. And
поддерживают
belt,
5 сухих черепов.
Her perfection of the material concentration. So here's 5 paramita. Yeah, perseverance, moral ethic, generosity, patience, mental concentration, with the 5 ornament. The wisdom is not there. So 6 paramita is the wisdom. Is the representative by her body. Taken together, they show the Vajrayogini has a perfect all of the paramita as the complete enlightened. So her body as a wisdom.
Все они вместе показывают Ваджрайогини, то, что Ваджрайогини
Crown chakra 1,
имеет,
earring 2, necklace 3,
достигла совершенства
paramita 5, and her body as become 6
полностью просветлена.
Generosity, moral, ethic, patience, perseverance, mental concentration, wisdom. So this list is, I think you should remember that one. And also this slight different interpreted from the given by Rинпоче, will of her crown
некое различие в интерпретации
meditation on the concentrations. Neglect the Buddha
Ринпоче.
represented at the generosity.
Колесо на короне Будды представляется Будду Митабхи, Акшопья и медитативную концентрацию. Ожерелье представляет Будду Ратнапсабхаву и представляет щедрость
So this list is a little bit different. I saw this one is also some other commentary, but I put this according to the, I think,
представляют Будду Амитабху и означают терпение.
Commentary. I think this is a Cултрима commentary, this one. So those two little bit different lists. But I have to put both
Кольца на руках означает Будду Вайчаны, представляет моральную этику. Пояс Будду Амагасидху представляет усердие. И шестой элемент Ваджрайогини, тела Ваджрайогини, представляет мудрость.
Longer 6 paramita is there. This is okay then.
Most important is to make sure there is a 6 parameter, yeah? Human corpse symbolizing the display
Так,
of the ultimate meaning of the Dhamma.
человеческий
The
труп
sun symbolizing
символизирует
the conquering the darkness of the
проявление
affliction.
высшего
The moon
смысла
symbolizing the
Дхармадхаду.
display the
Солнце символизирует победу
torment of the samsara. I think this is easier.
победу
Lotus
над
symbolizes
темнотой омрачения
without the forsaking as a samsara. So, I mean, lotus is born
Луна
from the
символизирует
mud. Without the leaving the mud is stay king. Similarly, all the enlightened beings, they're born in the samsara, but without the falls of
к сансаре.
That is a true reincarnation, must be like that. Tugu. They born with the samsara without the falls of samsara. If the tugu is with the full of fall of samsara, then I don't know what is that. So lots of time, you know, it's questionable. They come for the deliberately, you know, voluntarily come to the samsara to help samsari beings. If they act like samsari beings, then I don't know where it goes. So that way, Dalai Lama said one time, I mean, I shouldn't say these things, but it happened. Dalai Lama said, there's 4 types. Some are Tugu, but not yet Rinpoche.
Как сам Далай Лама сказал, некоторые толку не являются как Ринпоче.
Some are Rinpoche, but not yet Tugu. Like people who,
другие Ринпоче не являются толку.
They built their own realization. Like we have a lot of them in the Дрикунг. You know, Pochu Rinpoche. I mean, Pochu Rinpoche.
Много в Дрикунг Кагью.
Rinpoche. And in the here we have like a Khenche Rinpoche, Trubin Sonam Java Rinpoche. Those are sub-matter Rinpoche. They're not recognizing as by child, give title. You know?
Так
so
вот, есть у нас вышеупомянутые римпочи, которые не были в детстве признаны как тулку.
Some are not both, like me. No Tulku, no Rinpoche, just ordinary.
Есть такие, которые, как я, ни тулку, ни римпоче.
So that way, when they manifesting reincarnation of the Chenresi, Vajapani, or the Majushiri, or Tara, anyone is reincarnated, they have to be.
Кто-то, кого-то признают инкарнацией Ваджрапани, Манджуши.
Different than other. Like I heard His Holiness Yawan Rupa, he recognized one Tugu. And he sent to the people to find that Tugu in this area. He never been there. So then when those people went searching, the Tugu was already like adult. He was working on the construction. And the manager said, definitely this is a Tugu because he's different than everyone. Other people, when they get a paycheck, immediately they go to bar, they go to, enjoy. But he's not doing all of those. He's different, definitely he's a Tugu or something by his action. So have to be a little bit different. Because that is symbolized as a lotus, is that symbolized. Come to the samsara without the faults of samsara, the enlightened beings. So that way they sit on the lotus as that symbol.
Так, сидение на лотосе — это просто символ.
Of course, then there's a really totally hiding yogi, act like one of the worst samsari beings. Gabriel Muji shared me one time. There's one story. There's one in the Kham, one great yogi practitioner, but have a wife and many animals. He keep
реализованный йогин, у него была жена.
Then there's from the center. There's one monastery, High Lama.
И рядом был монастырь, высокий лама.
Instruct this High Lama and send him. His guru sent him this one.
И гуру отправил
when they welcome him, they thought he's a High
этого
Lama,
ламу
something coming.
к йогину.
And this one looks really dirty clothes with a wife.
У него была грязная одежда. И пришли много диких животных.
Then he guide this guru and Rinpoche and went back to his. Then one day his wife and him are fighting. They fight, and every time they hit, the animal, one animal hit some rock or something, the animal gone, disappeared. Then finally they fight each other, and all those what are dissolved in the air. The completely all the animal and the wife and himself totally Chakasambhara Mandala. Actually, exactly number of Chakasambhara Mandala deity. I think there's one mandala as a 62. Yeah, I think that one. He have that much number of animals. So those kind of things are different. They will not act like ordinary, also they act like more than extraordinary. So other than that, should be a little bit different when you're recognizing, I mean, when it comes to the sentient beings, benefit of sentient beings, because that's symbolized as a what called the lotus. It should be. Self-illumination fire symbolizes burning the conceptual afflictions. So Vajrayogini, her body is always illuminated the fire. Ensure the appearance aspect of the mind is the illuminated like the form of the deity, and the emptiness aspect is the luminous of the Dharmakaya nature. So appearance as a illusion.
Вкратце, проявление
Illusion
аспекта
is a symbol
ума
like, for example, of what is illusion? Is a
подобной
illusion
иллюзии
like a
формы божества,
reflection on the mirror.
и пустотный аспект
Illusion like
является
a reflection on the water. Illusion like a appearance of the rainbow.
ясностью
Illusion body is
природы
not
Дharmakaya.
really solid, but completely appearance. Yeah. So that is what is mean the illusion like form. Remember when I said 5 characteristics of the deity, one is called the empty by nature. The empty by nature is talking about all the deity must be illusion form, not the solid form.
Все божества должны иметь иллюзорную форму, неплотную.
So illusion form like form in that one. And they are emptiness aspect of the luminosity of the Dharmakaya nature.
Таков
so that way
аспект пустотности,
practice pure recollection with the conviction when
практикуя чистое воспоминание.
They said Om Vajra Varahi Mahayogini Atma Koham. This mantra. Om Vajrayogini is the reference of the her name. Mean Mahayogini mean the great yogini. Atma mean the consciousness or wisdom nature, mind, nature of the mind. It's referring to be your own nature of the nature as a Vajrayogini. Kaham mean the I am also that. So this is called the divine pride. So first clarity, visualize, then purity, and this mantra is a divine pride. So those main three characters are here.
Божественную гордость.
And firmly establishing intense pride that your mind, sense primordial time has always been Vajrayogini. So until you have this firmly establishing this one, you have to visualize this.
Устойчиво установив божественную гордость в своем уме с изначального времени, то, что является проявлением Ваджрайогини.
empty by nature. Fourth of the 5 characteristics as a generation stage is to be understand that the appearance of the deity as empty. When you visualizing the deity, you cannot see her with the solid flesh or bone like ourselves, or none can see like the unmoving statue. She habit of the illusory body that is transparent and complete and are very detailed. 3 metaphor of the, I wrote this once, described as an illusory body. Reflection in the mirror. Vajrayogini form is a present but not real, like a reflection. You can see her complete, but appearance
обычно
isn't
используются
solid.
для
Reflection in water.
описания иллюзорного тела. Размышления
indestructible like the reflection of the water. She cannot be harmed anyway. Again, you can see the moon precisely
как нереальное,
in
как
the water,
отражение.
but it's not actually there. And a rainbow in the sky, she is non-existing yet appearing like the rainbow. Non-duality, this one. Fifth of the 5 characters of the generation stage is non-duality. It means that the appearance of the Vajrayogini is your own mind. We cannot see our mind as one thing and Vajrayogini as another. Keep these 5 characters in mind as your visualization. This means that your mind as a Vajrayogini inseparable. That's non-duality.
Ей невозможно
So there's 5
принести
clarity, purity, divine pride, empty by nature, and non-duality or inseparable.
Недвойственность.
And when come to the
главных характеристик.
Mantra recitation will call after the visualization, we will establishing the cut attachment speech. So first, establishing the deity's form as a cutting attachment of the body. Now, cutting attachment of the speech as a transforming our ordinary speech to the mantra. There's a root mantra.
Коренная мантра.
As a praise of the supplicating. Our text doesn't not including root mantra, but you can find one in the Chakrasambhara text. 8 verse of the praise. The Vajrayogini sadhana composed by the Chögyal Rinpoche, one of our lineage master.
И в комментарии Чögyal Ринпоче на садхану.
Sadhana, and the verse of the praise is called the mantra because as a serve as a bring you closer to the deities more quicker. Essence mantra. So that is the root mantra. Remember yesterday we read the 8 verse. So that 8 verse is called the root mantra. Same as a 21 taras supplication is called the also root mantra. So all the praise is basically called the root mantra. Why? By praising the praise help to bring the energy of the mantra, the particular deities. So you can use as a before, you can use as a after the recitation mantra. The praise is it. So here there's 8 verse of a praise as a form of root mantra. Then this one, there's essence and a very essence mantra. It's a together. The together this mantra become a Varahi mantra is a. So said at the sacred place of noble of myself, sacred place or the navel of myself. So here both mention sacred place and navel. It's not really exactly on the sacred place. It's not really exactly on the navel place. I think between those two.
Месте или
forefinger below. That is there's a one called the sacred mandala. That one. Luminosity appearing of the yogini as the red dharmodaya, like the wheel of fire. And the center of that is the red lotus. On the mandala of the lotus as a sun. On the center of the sun is a red syllable.
Находится красный лотос, в центре лотоса находится солнце,
Around the
и в
edge
центре
of that
солнца находится красный
mantra,
слог вам.
garland circle in the counterclockwise manner. When reciting the
вокруг
mantra, seed and syllable are
этого
unmoving,
мантра,
while the mantra
гирлянда мантры
circle
вращается против часовой стрелки.
fiercely,
Когда
fast
начитываешь
and,
мантру,
fiercely fast and faster.
сидение и слог, семенной слог остаются неподвижные.
Mother Tantra is
Когда
mainly emphasized on the
гирлянда
wisdom.
мантр
Father Tantra is mainly emphasized on
вращается против часовой
right is a
стрелки,
method, left is a wisdom.
быстрее, быстрее.
Okay, so when emphasizing is mainly on the wisdom, then you have to do the counterclockwise because wisdom. Also, female actually wisdom is a left and a method is a right. Male wisdom is a right, method is a left. So that way, Father Tantra, you have to do the clockwise circumambulation. Yeah, mandala. Mother Tantra, you have to counterclockwise because wisdom must be inner.
В отцовских тантрах мантра вращается по часовой стрелке, в материнских тантрах мантра вращается против часовой стрелки.
Actually, this one is a really tricky, but if you really, precise, then all the female should be counterclockwise. Go to
Обычно
all the male should be clockwise, but
у женских божеств мантра вращается, как говорил, против часовой стрелки, у мужских божеств по часовой стрелке.
I saw a long time ago, His Holiness John Ruba, he wrote a poem for the Mount Kailash. In that poem, he said, all the daga are clockwise circumambulating, all the dagini are counterclockwise circumambulating.
Говорится, что все
and
даки,
all
они
Buddha are circumambulating in the middle, center.
Обходят гору Кайлаш по часовой стрелке, йогини, дакини обходят гору Кайлаш против часовой стрелки.
I think this is questionable. You can ask someone, because in the many tantra I saw said male right is a wisdom, left is a method. Female left is a wisdom, right is a method.
Правая метод означает рука, левая мудрость.
Male and female, we through different stages, the left and the right hand was different for male and female, and each
putting the protection is also male and female different. So I think male put on the left, or female put on the right, something like that. I don't know, but this is it, and this is in the definite. When you receive the mandala, Vajrayogini place with the clockwise, meaning om sao bodha daji number 1 and number pe swaha, place clockwise. And when there is a routine, it's counterclockwise, because om will lead. Yeah. So this mantra om sao bodha daji number 1 and number
So this mantra is the essence and
the very essence together.
Yeah.
Om vajab Baruchana
Так, мантра. Рассматриваем мантру Ваджрайогини.
So this is a little bit different. So I don't know why there's a 3 om and why there's like 3 hum and 3 pet.
Не знаю, почему здесь 3 ом, почему 3 хум, 3 пет.
When they're separating, Vajra or Vajrayogini is a name of the
Вайрачана и
name.
Ваджраварахи —
Her
это
name.
просто
I think
имена.
both of them are her name. But I still question about the Vajrayogini. I think this is her name. So I really
Я
don't know
думаю,
the
что
meaning.
Ваджраварачана — это
as
сердечное
a
имя.
body, you know, hung as a mind.
Хум означает
There's
ум.
two in the when they separate the mantra, the essence and the very essence mantra separate. There's have a Bazambarochanai hung pe. Okay, hung as a mind of emptiness and compassion. Pet as a speech of
Пхет означает речь. Хум означает ум, сострадание.
The word dulua means the taming the evil. Pet as a taming the evil as a speech. So these three are the body, speech, mind.
Демонов.
As a body. Because I think maybe those two mantras put together, that way they have 3 ohms, because not 1 to 2 ohm. Maybe that one, I don't know. I have no answer for that. But meaning of the essence, the very essence mantra, both have a om. Pet. As a body, speech, mind.
Звучит иначе, кратко.
Mind of the
это означает
compassion. And pet as a speech.
Pet означает речь
the evil beings.
И подавление злых демонов.
Yeah. But Vajrayogini, Vajravanani as a her name, Vajravarahi.
Это имя Ваджраварахи.
I think that is also her name.
Ваджравачаранaya.
Have to do something related to the her name.
Думаю, что относится также к ее имени.
But I don't have answer for that.
Но у меня нет ответа на этот вопрос.
I'm still learning. So
я продолжаю изучать.
I will let you know.
When you have the answer, pass it along.
Yeah, but most important is, you know, mantra is basically it's a name mantra.
Это
related to the deity's name. Mantra,
связанное с именем.
And the root mantra is mostly is a deity's quality. Praise of their quality.
И краткая мантра это
in this particular mantra have a om as a body.
Ом означает
can have all body, speech, mind, all 3. But
ом также может иметь, содержать в себе тело, речь,
as om. And hung as a representative of the in Latin mind, of the
представляет собой просветленный ум,
union of the compassion and emptiness, and pet as a representative of the in Latin speech of the taming the evil beings.
Представляет собой просветленную речь.
Pet is basically wrathful.
Пхет обычно гневное проявление.
Recite the mantra much as possible.
И читать мантру сколько можешь.
Then, of course, there's when you recite the mantra to be free from 6 faults, too fast, too slow, too loud, too quiet, too roughly, too gently.
Без 6
too quiet is that people may think, oh, then I also have to say sound. You don't have to say. Sometimes you have to recite really quiet. But even in the quiet day,
начитывание мантры очень медленно, начитывание мантры очень громко, начитывание мантры очень тихо, начитывание мантры очень
what they mean that just mentally visualize reciting. Even you reciting the mentally have to have the
мантры
sound
очень мягко.
of the mantra. Okay. Vajravarahi Argam. So then after that it's called the offering. Kind of like this offering is showing the appreciation of the being her. You know, kind, you know, like kind of like we repaying the kindness. So it's like Thanksgiving.
Мы благодарим Ваджрайогини за ее сострадание. Поэтому мы подносим и молимся.
Imbued with the splendor, the Dagini mandala, you are the queen.
И обращаемся с такими словами, как Ваджрайогини, наделенная славой. Дакини мандала, ты королева, Дакини, ты королева мандалы.
Kolegium like a head of the mandala. Yeah, so queen is okay, but the head of the mandala who run the whole the mandala.
И
yeah.
Она является главой мандалы.
Someone who run the whole mandala, who run the whole household, who run the whole. So Kolegium mean that like overpower, all have control, whatever. So she's
также имеется в виду, что
whole mandala. You are the five wisdom and the three kayas, which is the showing us whoever we have a five wisdom and the three kaya is the complete result of Buddhahood.
Ты обладаешь
five wisdom and three kayas only retain to the Buddha. Even the 10 Bodhisattva don't have those complete five wisdom, Mirula wisdom, equanimity wisdom, discriminating wisdom,
только бодхисаттвы обладают 5 мудростями.
And miracle wisdom. Damandada wisdom, sorry. It's only Buddhas, result of the become a Buddhahood, have those five wisdoms. Then three kayas, nirmana kaya, sambhoga kaya, dharma kaya.
И когда достигают Будды, то присутствует 5
she manifests as a rupa kaya, mean the form body. Within the state of the dharma kaya, she manifests as a rupa kaya. So even they manifest as a form, never left from the dharma kaya. Within the dharma kaya, they can manifest as a form body, as a rupa kaya.
Дхармакая не может проявиться кая.
All the enlightened beings, like Shakyamuni Buddha, within the state of the Dharmakaya, he manifests as a form of human body. All those other Buddhas that same way. So that way, for the Buddhas, all the three kaya are inseparable.
И Будда таким образом неотделим от 3 тел.
So that is a complete homage and prayers to the refuge of from the top down and the bottom up as a syllable bomb.
В конце сети света проявляется из слога вам.
All the container, all to the light,
все содержимое сосуда растворяется в свет и растворяется во мне. Мое тело растворяется в свете сверху вниз и снизу вверх и растворяется в слоге вам.
Body of the bomb
тело слога бам, голова,
into the nada. The nada then transforms into the nature of the luminous
луна и бинду растворяются в нада, нада трансформируется в природу светящейся пустоты.
So luminosity, light, because if you go to totally complete nothing, then I mean there's nothing left here. So not.
Так что ничего не остается.
Evenly rest in the state for the long as possible when emerging again, arising the luminous illusion like a form.
Оставаясь в этом состоянии
with one face and two arms.
как можно дольше, когда проявляются снова, я проявляюсь, возникаю в иллюзорной форме с лицом и двумя руками в форме Ваджрайогини. И с этого состояния визуализации входим на путь действия.
If you want to practice the completion with sign and do it with Shuma,
that is not, yeah. And you have to do with the Dhamma.
Just the usual.
Yeah.
Same as that other text that I was doing.
6 yoga of Naruba. I think Tomo meditation and
думаю, что медитация Томо,
we have a completion, what call this, Vipassana.
Также
It's the
випассана.
same. In the Vipassana said, you make some feeling, any kind of feeling, and try to find the nature of that feeling. You have to make a strong feeling.
Вы должны создать сильное ощущение. Например, Томо дает ощущение блаженства. Вам нужно сильное переживание, чтобы работать с этим.
If there's no object, cannot say. So I don't think so. They are much different on that. You know, sometimes people describe Tomo as a heat.
Иногда люди описывают Томо как жар, практика жара.
We don't have to worry about the heat.
Нам не следует беспокоиться о жаре.
No need to meditation.
Нет необходимости медитировать на это.
Page 34. Short dedication by the virtues collected in the
3 times by myself, all being in the samsara and nirvana, by inner root of virtue. May all sentient beings quickly attain and surpass perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teaching of the great Dikumba Ranashiri, whose omniscient Lord Dharma, Master of the Independent, continue increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara.
Page 30, paragraph 3. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may arise, where it is born, may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Chanju sem cho Rинпоче ma je bana je joche ye ba nyam ba mem ba ya kone gondo pe wo sho.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Спасибо.
Yeah.